My name is Owen, and in the last 3 years I've managed to go from being fat to jacked pretty much by myself. In this video I wanna go over what skinny guys in my opinion should do in order to get in shape. Now before everything else, here's a disclaimer: don't groom me out. I don't claim to know everything. This is just my current opinion on how I think that skinny fat guys who are beginners to training should get in shape. Let's start. Before that, I wanna tell you what you should not do. And this one, I think that every guy who knows a bit about fitness will tell you to not do, and it is a dirty bulk. So think about building muscle like building a skyscraper in terms of the calorie balance. A deficit is less workers than needed to build a skyscraper. Maintenance is just as many workers as needed. A surplus is more calories than needed. A dirty surplus, a dirty bulk, is way more workers than needed, way more calories than needed. It is a massive surplus. The reason why it is bad, so think about this building. When there is a massive surplus of workers, what will happen? Many workers will be idle. They will do nothing because they would have nothing to do. There are way more workers than needed. And it is the same when it comes to building muscle. Same logic. The excess calories, they will become fat. Studies do suggest that after crossing the 500 calorie threshold of a surplus, more muscle is being built. But the problem is that a lot more fat is being built too. So the marginal benefit of eating on a surplus higher than 500 is negligible. This is basically a dirty bulk, and causes way more fat gain than muscle gain. And that's the first thing. You should not dirty bulk. Regardless to whether you want to build a lot of muscle right now and prioritize getting jacked fast and building muscle so then you can cut and be in an amazing shape, or you want to get in shape ASAP. And then when those guys, they become fat after dirty bulking, they look at themselves in the mirror and they realize that they fucked up and they now need to cut for a few months, and they don't have an awesome time doing so. On top of that, after dirty bulking, so dirty bulking, there are two aspects to it: eating on a massive surplus and eating shitty foods. When eating shitty food, so basically how a habit is built, it is built through consistent action. The habit of eating bad foods is built through consistently eating bad foods. And when cutting, eating bad foods to the goal of losing weight or maintaining weight, eating junk food, high calorie dense food is bad. And when there is this habit, when trying to lose weight, it basically makes it way harder. That's the second reason why not. So what should you do? Let's start with what you should do training wise. Think about building muscle like leveling up a character in a video game, because it is pretty fucking similar. You need to go and play this video game in order to get better at it, right? Pretty much. MMORPG video games, you go and you grind that skill that you want to develop. Other video games, you need to go and practice the skills of the game. In the gym, you go and you practice the skill of the game. You lift weights. Those who don't play a video game at all, they are way worse than those who occasionally log in and play it for 1 hour 3 times per week, right? The same token applies to training in the gym and building muscle. Those who train 3 times per week with the right principles and actually try to make progress, they are way better, a massive magnitude better than those who don't go to the gym at all, in terms of muscle mass and strength. And that is the thing. Beginners to training who are skinny fat, they should train. You should train. You should train the gym and do resistance training. And you should not burn yourself out. You should find the amount of training that allows you to train what you want to go, basically all major muscle groups. And then you should do the exercises that allow you to progressively get stronger. That's the progressive overload principle. And the last one is that you can stick to it for at least 80% of the time. This is basically the most important one. If you can stick to most of your workouts, then you set yourself up for failure. Why? Because at the end of the day, training is what yields the results. Playing the video game is what makes you better. If you don't do it at all, you don't get better at all. If you do it very occasionally, you get better, but not to the same degree if you were to do it frequently. You should find a plan that you can stick to and you can go to at least 80% of the time, and you should train pretty hard with what you want to grow. That's what you should do training wise. Diet wise, so this is what I think you should do for long-term results. Not for getting shredded for summer in a few months from now. Not for seeing as many results as possible for the next few weeks but what you should do to get in an amazing shape in around a year and a half from now. Essentially, you should not start by cutting. So think about it like this. As we have talked about the analogy of building a skyscraper, when there are less workers than needed, the whole process just slows down and things become way more suboptimal. It the same token applies to cutting. So some people, especially beginners, they can build muscle when cutting, and I did so, and it is possible, but it is not optimal at all. On the other side, maintaining, eating on maintenance calories and training in the gym and hitting your protein goal for the day is a way better approach for building muscle at the newbie gains phase. What I think you should do, right, that's just my humble opinion that is based on some scientific literature, is to either have as many workers as you need, eat on maintenance calories based on hunger signaling, because you are skinny fat, you should not gain weight by eating as much as your hunger tells you to, or eat on a very small surplus and again, enough protein. So you either do a lean bulk or main gain. By doing so, I think that you will see most results long term. So how much time should you do it for? For around a year. You can do it for less time if you want to see results faster, for 6 months and then cut. Because of the newbie gains phase, you will see a lot of muscle gain at the beginning, at the first 6 months, and then if you will cut, you will get a lot of the results. But if you will wait for another 6 months and then cut, you will see even better results. 25% better, basically, right? Not exactly, a lot of it depends on genetics, but essentially, by either doing a lean bulk or maintaining for the first year to 6 months, you will build a lot of muscle, and then after cutting, you will look amazing. As amazing as you can. Of course, your genetics play a massive role. Of course, the way you do things, how much knowledge you have, the degree to which you optimize everything will determine a lot. But by training consistently 3-4 times per week, what you want to grow and train pretty intensely in each workout, getting yourself close to muscular failure, forcing adaptation, and progressively getting stronger throughout the weeks with eating enough protein, by doing so, you will get amazing results. I don't want to say the best results that you can see because there are many nuances in each one of the things that I have said, but you will see pretty good results. And that's essentially it. That's what I think skinny fat guys should do to get in shape. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.